probably going to be a very important video. So, the Writers Guild of America is on strike, which we will get into later, but because of that, all of the late night shows have halted production immediately. Well, I thought, for the people who are missing all the late night hosts, which I don't know why you would, why don't we just mukbang? And as an interim, I'm here. I'm not a writer. I'm not a late night host that's signed to a big studio. I'm just me. And I can talk about current events and be funny, right? Right? No, nobody's here. In order to make this a mukbang, I have to eat. So let me get my food and we'll talk about the current events of the day. I'll be right back. You stay right there. All right. I got Wingstop. All right, let's get to talking. So the Writers Guild of America went on strike today, which, if you don't know what the Writers Guild of America is, it's a union for all writers in TV and in Hollywood. And because of that, obviously because shows need writers, because apparently the hosts can't be funny enough themselves, a lot of live productions like late night shows, SNL, they're all getting their productions being halted because there's no writers in the room. In essence, the writers are saying that they're not getting paid enough based on the current regime of how streaming looks and how residuals get paid out. But according to people like Stephen Colbert, writers are very important to their show, which is why they're striking, because they're not getting paid or respected enough. Last time this happened 15 years ago, we saw a wave of reality TV just inundate our screens because it's unscripted. Most of it's unscripted. The last writer strike lasted about 100 days. Hot chicken. The last writer strike lasted about 100 days and cost Los Angeles, that area that Hollywood's in, a lot of money. I think it's like a couple $100 million. If I remember correctly, I'll put it on screen right here. If you want my 2 cents about it, if the writers are so important, like Stephen Colbert says, then why don't you just pay them? They're not going on strike for no reason. They're not like, I don't know, Marla in the break room who gets mad because they took away her favorite coffee from the Keurig machine. No. Apparently they're so important they have to halt production on these shows because there are no writers. I mean... Alright, the next piece of news is in finance. So, tech earnings have subjectively been great so far, apparently. Microsoft came out strong out the gate, beating earnings expectations. So did Amazon, although people were scared about Amazon's slow in growth of AWS, which is their cloud service. Google also posted earnings, with cloud finally adding to their bottom line, but ad revenue slowing down, and Meta's net income has shrunk 24%. That's not the fun part, though. The fun part is that JP Morgan over the weekend bought First Republic Bank amid a banking crisis for First Republic. So if you don't remember, SVB went down in March, and there was a lot of collateral with that. Basically, there were a bunch of these banks that were catering to the same clientele, and because SVB went down, there was a domino effect with these regional banks such as Signature Bank, and First Republic finally went down. They tried to stop what was happening with them by putting in $30 billion in deposits, but unfortunately First Republic couldn't save themselves, essentially. And so over the weekend, the FDIC was trying to sell off First Republic, and JP Morgan swooped in. The FDIC basically took the lowest cost option, which was JP Morgan. And in celebrity news, the Met Gala was yesterday. The theme was Karl Lagerfeld, who was a designer for Chanel and Fendi and all these other big houses. Everybody was dressed to the nine, except for Lil Nas X, who was not dressed at all. Some of the best looks of that night were Doja Cat in custom Oscar de la Renta, Halle Bailey in, I think, Versace. If it's not, I'll put it up here what she was actually in. Jeremy Pope, I don't know who you are, but your outfit at the Met Gala was amazing. Also, Doja Cat, your interview with Emma Chamberlain was so funny for no reason. Of course, the big star of the night was Rihanna and Valentino. She came literally when the red carpet was about to shut down. Also, there was a cockroach, and they served too. Alrighty, that is the news for today. If you like this format, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will make more. And thank you for watching. Alright, see you guys next time. Peace.